Today we'll be doing Knife from HackTheBox, which is an easy Linux machine. So this is the Nmap scan. We have SV for versions and SC for basic scripts. So what sticks out here is there's a web server. And if there's web server, always check that out first. So we can go here and we see there's a web server. One tool I like to use is Vapalizer. What this tool does, it tells you what technologies is behind the website. So here we can see Google Font API, Apache Server 2441, Ubuntu, which is the operating system, and some other stuff. It uses Cloudflare, and PHP as a programming language. And what you notice here is 8.1.0, which is an old PHP version. It's like 2001, 2002, don't remember. PHP 8.1.0 release. Okay, November 2021, so it's pretty old, about 5 years old at this point. And there is a vulnerability on it. So if you do PHP and then the version and just type CVE, we see there's a lot of stuff popping up. So I like to do GitHub because it's usually good proof of concepts on it, where you can just copy, run, maybe modify a little bit, and you get the shell. So let's see. PHP backdoor. Okay, what you can do is you copy the URL and then git clone, and it downloads the whole folder. Okay, now we can cd PHP. And then we can check how we use it. We go to the README. Okay, so to use the rev shell, you need the target URL, attacker IP, and attacker port. So let's go here. Python 3 rev shell, and then we need the attacker URL first. The URL first. We go here. Then the attacker IP we get by doing IPA. And then we need the port. So I use 1337 just because I started using it, and it's, you know, you just use what you're used to. Doesn't really matter what you use as long as the port is open. And then use netcat-lv NP1337. What this does is it basically opens up a door on your computer, and then you get the other machine to send a signal back, so you can type in your keyboard strokes onto that machine. And then we just go here, press enter, and we're on the machine. So ls, you can see the home to get the user flag first, and it's James, cd James, got user.txt, grab that, go on here, and we got the user flag. So sudo-l. This basically shows you what you can run with admin priv. So I usually do that before I do anything else because it's the easiest kind of wins. Like now we can run user bin knife. So user and bin is just where it's located, and knife is the program. So one thing we can use, this is the first thing you should check every time you see you can run a program, is GTFOBin. Is basically a small library of how you can use a program to get different things like escalate privileges, get the shell, file write, file read, upload, download, etc. I just realized I forgot to show something that's semi-important. So when you get a shell, always do this to get it more interactive. Because right now, if I press arrow up, it doesn't work. If I press tab, nothing happens. So what you do is you do Python -c import pty.spawn bin bash. Boom. Might be Python 3 actually. 3-c pty.spawn import pty.spawn bin bash. Never mind, okay. Again, Python. Now it should work. Okay, so now I can... Not yet. Okay, so Control C, this backgrounds, and then you do stty raw echo, and then FG to foreground the process, because Control C backgrounds it. Like that. Enter twice. Now I should be able to do arrow up. So if I do ls, then I can do ls with arrow up again. This helps a lot. And then export term equal x term. What this does is it allows me to clear the screen, which also helps a lot. At least if you're gonna sit on the computer for a while. If you're gonna look through log files, etc. So now we can test the knife thing on GTFOBin. So let's see. First do sudo -l. You always have to use the full path, by the way. Sudo. Boom. Okay. Then we can go here. And I'm gonna just figure out how this works. 2 seconds. And we did it. Finally. ID root. Okay. cd root cat root.txt. And we did it. So sometimes you just have to try a few different versions of things because it didn't tell me exactly how to do it here. Or it kind of did, but kind of not, because I have to... Yeah, it just says ruby-exec blah blah blah, right? So you just have to do this, not using that part to do it. So hope you learned something. Thank you for watching. Bye.